Hey guys, happy Tuesday. I'm so stinging excited that you decided to take some time out of your Tuesday night to jump on this call. If you're here and I invited you, just know it's because I see so much potential in what this could do for you in your life, in your people, your family. And if you're on because one of my close friends invited you, just know it's the same. We kept this event very, very small. I have a really big team. And so I handpicked people that I wanted to include, and then they handpicked you. So I just want you to know you're here, not by accident, but because someone really, really sees a ton in you. And you guys, someone at one time saw a ton in me, and they were willing to tell me that over and over and over and over again. And so maybe I'll be the first one tonight that kind of pours this kind of belief on you, but I hope that you will just have open ears, open heart, and maybe this will be something that ends up being for you. So before I get ahead of myself, my name's Christina Williams. I am right here in middle Georgia. I'm a mom of 4. I am a school teacher by trade. I taught 4th and 5th grade here for several years. And thought that that's what I would do for my whole entire life. I have kids that range from 17 all the way down to my baby will be 4 in a couple weeks. So they're kind of everywhere. And it did not take me long in my teaching career to realize there was not a lot of ways to teach harder to make more money. I couldn't teach more creatively, and the state say, give her a raise. I was kind of capped at what I could earn. I do have 2 grad degrees. So, we were definitely comfortable. And y'all listen, I have always loved my life. So I did not start this business out of desperation. I didn't start it because I wasn't happy. I wasn't content. And I think sometimes we think, oh, I should only share the opportunity with somebody if there's like a really pressing, desperate need. And I'm here to tell you that's just not the case. I've always been glass half full, always. And so for me, this wasn't born out of desperation, but it was born because I deeply desired more for my family. Experiences, they're like my love language. So I'm talking all the vacations, all the concerts, all the things to do, like that is what I want. And so I don't think money is the most important thing, but you guys, I do feel like it's kind of right up there with oxygen. Just about everything I want to do with and for my family requires money. And if you're on a teaching budget or really in any kind of career field that's not commission based, here's what I know. 90% of the time, someone's lifestyle is going to rise to their income. So even if you were to get a raise, eventually your lifestyle is going to encompass that raise. And so as an educator, there wasn't a whole lot left over for vacations or Christmas funds or whatever, but I wasn't going to miss out on that kind of stuff because I want to enjoy my life. And I meant I was gonna. And so we got further and further and further into debt. And there just really wasn't an escape. So it was just going to be a way of life, like basically just try to stay as far ahead of the debt as possible. That was kind of the game that we were playing. So someone had shared this opportunity with me, and y'all listen, she shared consistently for an entire year. And so I just want you to know, if you're here and you're on the fence, like, I don't even know if I could do this. I don't even know if I want to do this. I don't even know if this is real. Just know I've had the same feelings that you've had. At every step along this journey, this has been hard for me. At every step along this journey, it has been scary for me. It has been uncomfortable for me. I've had to face some of the things that you're probably scared of the most. And you're probably like, well, great, that's not super encouraging, lady. But it is encouraging, because I will tell you, even having gone through that, and I'll tell you about some of it, it's still worth it. It's still worth it. I've been laughed at. I have been ridiculed. I've had people make lives on Facebook taunting me before, literally. I have a couple of YouTube fans out there, and to this day, they go and they find my YouTube videos, and then they make their own YouTube videos making fun of me and my family, and they have our faces on the screen. And you guys, listen, those are things, here's what I know. People who aren't making an impact don't end up with haters like that. And so I just say, bring it on. Bring it on. It's okay. I actually made them a video tonight telling them I ain't mad at them. that I know hurt people, and someone along the way hurt them, and that, I'm sorry that happened to them, and that when they're ready, we can have a conversation. So that's neither here nor there. But I want to talk to you tonight about what I call the foundation, fuel, and fruition of your business with Plexus. I want you to know that my agenda is not to convince you to do this. Here's what I also know. If I have to convince you to do this, I'll have to convince you to keep doing this. And that's not what I'm here for. What I'm here for is to take people who want change in their life and they're hungry to grow to achieve that change. I'm here to take them toward that change. That's what I'm here for. And if after this tonight you decide, you know what, that's really not for me, that's okay. There are professions that are not for me. I can't be a chef. Okay. I can't be an attorney. Like, there are professions, they're not for me. And if you decide this isn't, that's totally cool. We can still be friends. We'll still hang. Okay. But it was a conversation very much like this that made me think, what if I could change my family's life? What if there were options? I just wasn't aware that there were options where I could grow my family's income without sacrificing what was most important for me. And for me, it was just a few precious hours in the evenings. So it had to be really worth it for me to invest that time. So, okay, foundation of your business. What does it boil down to? It boils down to belief. Period. End of discussion. What you believe will determine the actions that you take. So there's 3 things that you have to have belief in order to be successful here at Plexus. If this is something that you decide that you want to endeavor in, number 1, you have to have belief in our products. Some of you are probably thinking, oh, great. See, I knew it. I knew I had to have my own story. I knew I had to have my own testimony. Maybe I can't do this. Guys, listen, I don't care if your products haven't even come in yet. You can grow your belief in the products long before you ever have your own help testimony. So I want to talk to you a little bit about that. First of all, I believe that people around you are literally praying for relief from health struggles that you know nothing about. I hear it all the time. Well, I know her. She's perfectly healthy. And yet I'm over here looking at our messages like, well, that's interesting. She struggles with chronic constipation. She struggles with monthly female cycle issues. She struggles with all these things that you couldn't see, so you decided they weren't there. And it's just not true. People are praying for relief from things that you know nothing about. And we have products that can help them. We have products that are natural. We have products that, you guys, people are more into wellness right now than I would say ever before. You have mamas who have never had a reason to doubt the medical world or the medical profession. And then over the last 24 months, they've decided, you know what? I probably need to be an advocate here. I probably need to take a deeper look at this holistic health. And you guys, we have solutions. So how do you build belief in products that you've not yet experienced? Well, you read testimonies. We have testimony pages that are available. If you are the one sharing, you can plug your people in to these testimony pages. Means you don't even have to know why Plexus can help them. Just know where to go find it. You can go into those testimony pages and search whatever it is your friends are struggling with. And instead of just sending them the article or sending them the testimony, you take a few minutes and you read it too. Because every time you read it, your belief will grow. So you've got to have belief in the products. I know when I started, I took the triplex and I took that ingredient label, and you guys, we literally researched every single ingredient. And then we would teach people around us like, okay, this is what's in Slim. You guys, I'm the least scientific person ever. Can't pronounce any of those big words, but I would just be like, I would just sound it out. Phonemic awareness, I guess. I don't know. But we would just learn what we could about it. And the more I learned about it, the more I realized people need this. People need this. And so you've got to build your belief in the products if you want to be successful here. And I'm telling you, one of the best things that you'll ever hear is somebody saying, Christina, thank you for being persistent about these products. It's because of you that I can go on a road trip and not have to know where every single bathroom is along the way. Like, I couldn't do that before. Thank you, because now I can go to dinner and actually have an after dinner conversation without having to spend it in the bathroom for 30 minutes. When somebody tells you, hey, your persistence in sharing Plexus gave me some freedom in my life, all of a sudden being worried about what somebody will think about you or being concerned about that rejection, it doesn't feel so big. It doesn't feel so big. So next, you have to have belief in network marketing. And in a minute, you're going to hear from my friend who had neither belief in either area. It was she didn't come in with a huge belief in the product. She certainly did not come in with a huge belief in network marketing. And we're going to talk about that in a second. But you have to have belief in the products. When you have belief in the products, then you can begin to develop your belief in network marketing. It's because our products are so effective that makes this such an amazing opportunity. Our products are consumable. They are not gender specific. They're not age specific. They are literally for every single person who has a mouth, who has a gut, who has a digestive system. People need these products. And so if I'm trying to think of an opportunity that's going to allow for residual income, those are things that I think of that are, it's a necessity. You guys, I love bags and I love Tupperware and I love Pampered Chef. I love these things. Eventually my cupboard is full. See what I'm saying? So if I'm thinking of an opportunity, I need it to be something consumable and I need it to be consumed by the masses. And that's what we have here. So when I think about network marketing and why someone should give a rip, I think about the fact that we get to leverage big brands without having to create anything myself. I'm the least creative human on the planet. You guys, I used to outsource my bulletin boards. I'm not even kidding. I would pay somebody to come in and make my bulletin boards because I'm not crafty or creative. But here I get to leverage a big name without having to create any of it myself. They create all of my products. They have all of the legal stuff taken care of. They take care of shipping. They take care of customer service. I get to utilize everything that comes with a big brand without creating any of it myself. So I'm essentially buying a system. I'm buying something that's already in place. And then I just get to utilize, I get to plug people into it. It's really quite fantastic. Another reason that I have belief in network marketing is, you guys, we are more of a social economy than ever before. That's been true even before the last 2 years, but surely if you look around at the last 2 years, companies who never intended to be online, guess where they're selling? Online. Restaurants who never intended to have to-go service or online ordering, guess what they got? To-go service and online. Even my boutiques in town, you guys, you can like buy it on your phone and run, go pick it up. People are shopping socially. They're online. And we get to leverage that with network marketing. Something else I love about network marketing is the low startup, low overhead. Where else can you go start a business for $109 and be covered legally? You're covered with content. As far as content creation, you don't have to come up with a brand or how to make the package look pretty. You don't have to ship it. It's right here. It's a business in a box right here for you and for people who are looking for an opportunity. You guys, I want you to not just hear this tonight and have your belief built in why you should do this, but I want you to be thinking of, these are reasons why the people that you know and love should be doing this. This should give you ammunition to have conversation, is what I'm hoping for. Another reason that I love network marketing, it's a simple set of skills that absolutely anybody can learn, and the potential to earn is unlimited. There's not another career field I know of where you literally have unlimited income potential. I can't think of another one. You're either capped by the amount of hours in a day that you could work, or you're capped by the amount of work that could be produced. Here, you literally are paid based off of the value that you add to the company. So a simple set of skills, and we're going to talk about this at the end, but there's basically 4 things you got to get real good at to become a very successful network marketer. You got to get real good at sharing your products and opportunity. We call that recruiting. You got to get real good at providing excellent customer service. We call that retention. You got to get real good at helping other people win. We call that duplication. And then you got to help them win. We call that leadership. That's it. 4 skills. The good news is that it never changes. Once you master the skills, then you just continue to produce. It's a simple set of skills. Guys, listen to me. Do not buy into the lie that only certain people can be successful at network marketing. Look around. If there are people similar to you doing this, and I promise you there are. I just got back from a leadership retreat and we got people there every age, every race, both genders, they're everywhere. Background, if they exist, we have them in the top of our company. Believe that. So if there are people around like you doing what you wish you could do and being successful at it, it just means they know something you don't know yet. And that should give you hope because you can learn. You are capable and you are smart and you can learn. Okay. Sorry, get off my soapbox. Something I love about network marketing, I'm a type 3. If you know anything about the Enneagram, they call us the achievers. And I love recognition. You guys, listen, my 4th graders weren't regularly giving me recognition for my performance. More often, they were rolling their eyes at me like, oh my gosh, you think she's funny. She's not funny. I really am funny though. But recognition, I mean, I have so many awards and like shiny things all back here and inbox. I mean, just constantly. I have a Tiffany's box in there that they sent me not too long ago. They're just constantly giving you recognition for hard work, for effort, for achievement, just for giving back to the company. Like there's weekly leaders boards where people are saying, hey, great job this week. Way to go. We see you. Our team does a great job of recognition. So just being seen. If you're a stay-at-home mom, sometimes that feels like that doesn't ever happen, right? Like, does anyone even notice me? Like if the laundry weren't done, maybe they would recognize it, but like you just feel like you're going through the motions. This gives you an opportunity to be recognized for you, for what you're building as a woman. Incentives, trips, fun. Again, I'm a type 3, I'm a red personality, but I want to win all the things. If there's something to be won, it could be a bologna sandwich, you guys. I am not even kidding. And I don't even like bologna, but I want to win it. I want to earn it. And I want all my friends to have all the bologna with me. So there's opportunity to do that. You guys, I have won numerous shopping sprees. I have been on cruises. I have been to Hawaii. We've been to Mayakoba. We had what's it called? A villa in Mayakoba for 9 days. Y'all, that had its own pool. Like it was the most, it still feels like a dream. But I mean, we've been to Vegas, Charlotte, we've been to Atlanta, all over the place, Dallas, all over the place. That again, prior to Plexus, I would have never had the opportunity to do that ever. So why else do I love network marketing? It's the people helping people business. Significance, that's what we're all after. We're all after making an impact and having significance. And so not only am I helping people have some freedom with their health, you're helping people step into their purpose and their identity as human beings. People who never intended to be a leader suddenly find themselves leading. And they're like, oh my gosh, this is what was missing all along. All along, I was trying to be the very best follower I could be. And I just realized I think I was supposed to be leading. And then they're leading. You know why? Because someone told them they could. Someone told them they could. So you get significance. I mentioned this earlier. In network marketing, you get paid exactly for the amount of value you bring to the company. You want to make more money, add more value to the company. You guys, again, there's not another industry where they're like, oh my goodness, you added so much value. We're going to pay you based off of that value. Another thing I love about that is that people below me can pass me. They can make more money than me. They just need to add more value to the company than I add. You can't go to Chick-fil-A and have an hourly employee all of a sudden outrank the CEO. It doesn't happen there, but I've seen it happen here. I have seen it happen here where someone works harder than those above them and they make more money than those above them. It's a good gig, right? It's a good gig. Guys, you can condense a 30-year career into 3 to 5, except that was different for me. It took me 4 years. I don't know how many years it took. 2016, 4 years to go diamond. But you guys, it wouldn't have mattered how many years I taught. There was no compensation if I were to teach for 500 years. I would never have had an opportunity to earn what I'm earning now. It just is not possible in my career field. I would dare say it's not possible in many career fields outside of the medical field to earn what a diamond makes. Just not, especially for somebody who works from home in their yoga pants. Like it just doesn't happen. You don't even know if I have actually pants on right now. That's how I spend half my life. You just don't even know. But you can take what you would work 30 years to build and condense it down into 3 to 5. And people say all the time, man, you have to work that hard for like 3 years. Yeah. For financial freedom. Yeah, you do. You have to work real hard. And then you know what? You arrive and you realize, oh my goodness, that was not as hard as I thought it would be. It's not as hard as I thought it would be. Here I am. I'm almost 6 years in now. And I look back to this day, every time they deposit money in my bank account, and I say, I feel like I should have to work way harder to be paid what I'm getting paid. God, thank you that I was just consistent. Thank you for the compound effect of consistency over time. You guys, I really believe, and this is what I hope you'll remember about network marketing. Oh, let me recommend a book. Well, 2 books. Because this is what I struggled in. I had no struggle with believing in myself. Type 3. I had no problem believing in the products. I had already had results on the products. What I struggled with belief in was network marketing. Is this legit? Am I going to lose all the credibility that I've built as an educator by becoming this girl? That's what I was worried about. And so I went to work to build that belief. I read a book called Millionaire by Halftime. Read that. I read a book called Power of 5, John Maxwell. I actually have it down here. Read that. You guys, I love Uncle John. John Maxwell, like we are BFFs. And he wrote a book called Power of 5 specifically about network marketing. Listen, you cannot convince me that there's a leadership expert on the planet smarter than that man. And if he wrote an entire book about why network marketing is a reputable industry, I'm in. So just grow your belief. Do you know that something like 87% of females who make 6 figures a year, this is the industry. This is the industry. So I hope that you will work hard to grow your belief in network marketing, because I'm telling you, the products have helped me a ton. But this opportunity has not only changed my life, but it has changed the life of all 4 of my kids, their kids, my husband. I mean, this will be generational impact. And that was not something that I was going to be able to give them before. Okay. So Terry, why don't you tell them your thoughts on having belief in the products and network marketing in your story? Terry is a dear friend of mine, you guys. I did not know her prior to Plexus. I actually met her at a high school reunion with my husband. And as soon as I met her, I'm like, Brandon, I'm like elbowing him, like, babe, she gonna be a diamond. He's like, she will never do this with you. I'm like, hold my beer. Yes, she will. Yes, she will. And so I pursued her for over a year because I knew if she ever caught the vision, if she ever decided to build her belief here, I knew she would be amazing. And I'm telling you, I just don't take no for an answer. I see someone's potential and I have a deeply rooted conviction that their life ought to be what I see for them. So Terry, tell them your story.
Well, I'm glad you shared that, because y'all, she messaged me, I don't know, yesterday, and she said, hey, can you share your story? And I didn't know which story, but she says, your business story, and you know what, you have a great product story. Can you share both of them? And I need you to do that in 2 minutes. I just laughed because y'all don't time me. I'm not gonna do this in 2 minutes, but I am gonna be really, really quick because it's good. And I'm probably gonna miss some things like how I met Christina. So she's already told y'all that. But my name is Terry and I am happily married. I have 2 almost teenage boys. One's about to be 13 in a few months. And they keep me pretty busy. And Plexus has changed our lives completely. And a little bit about me before Plexus with my health, y'all, I struggled with so many things. I'm going to sound like a basket case, but it is just all the truth. The worst thing I dealt with was my IBS. It pretty much ruled my life completely. I was bloated all the time, constipated. I could only eat like 5 things, really. We never got to do date nights because I just was not able to eat anything besides like chicken nuggets or something really simple at a restaurant. I dealt with chronic sinus infections, which meant antibiotics all the time, which meant, I don't know if guys are on here, but that meant yeast infections, all the things. I was taking 2 different sleep medicines to go to bed at night and still was only getting very minimal sleep. Anxiety medicine for many years. Joint pain. I was actually even having my knee injected and they were thinking about injecting my hip. And just, I was deficient in magnesium and vitamin D, and my hair was breaking because my testosterone was shot. Y'all, I'm gonna just stop because I was a mess. And really, I had just turned 40 and I thought that was completely normal, but it was not. And just a little bit about my job, because I have to tell two stories here. Before Plexus, I was working weekends in radiology as a leader. For 20 years, I worked every single weekend, 16-hour shifts, and I got about 4 to 5 hours of sleep in between those shifts, which probably did not help my struggles at all. But I took this job because, well, I wanted to be home and be present with my kids as much as possible. I didn't want to put them in daycare, but financially, we just were not in a place where I could not work. Like I had to work. So we kind of sound like a divorced couple, but basically my husband would have them on the weekends and he would get to take them to church and do all the fun birthday parties, the hunting trips, the camping trips, all the things. They even hunted alligators, which I'm so thankful I was not there for. They would send me pictures. But you know, all those things that y'all do on the weekends, you know, hang out with your family, Sunday dinners, all those things I just was not able to be present for, but I'm grateful that I was home Monday through Friday with them. So it left very little time for me and my husband. Between doing homework and supper and baths, we would try to squeeze in as much family time as possible. But I mean, that was really about it. And then stepped in Christina. When Caden turned 16, my oldest one, he turned 16, which was last year. I just started realizing just how much we were missing out on. And, you know, it hurt my heart because then, you know, by the time they turned 18 or 19, unless I can keep him home, he's going to be out of my house. And I have just missed so much. And I remember exactly when me and my husband sat there and we just prayed and just talked about all the things that we wanted to change. And we just had no idea where to start because we had so many things. Our finances were not terrible. We didn't have much debt, but we pretty much lived paycheck to paycheck. We had no extra. So Christina stepped in. Of course, I was adamant I was not doing this business with her at all, but I was all in with the products. I said, let's just do it. I was very skeptical, but if I was going to do it, I was going to listen to her. I was going to drink my water and I was going to be consistent. So I did share with a few friends, 2 friends and my mom, because I just wanted some extra accountability, but I was not doing this business, but she kept on. And I'm glad she did because she just kept pouring into me and telling me all the things. And ever since about 2 months in, I started coming off medicine. I'm off all of my medicine now. And I was actually able to leave my job in September and I do Plexus full time now. So that was probably about 4 minutes. But the big point is I feel better and our life has completely changed and I just don't have to have those sacrifices anymore. I mean, we have all the time freedom. Me and my husband get to date now. I mean, for the first few months, we were like, okay, what can we do this weekend? I mean, it was just the best. And it's still, I get goosebumps telling my own story, y'all. It has just been so life-changing. So you can get off this call and not do a single thing, just like Christina said. It's totally fine. Or you can do what Christina tells you and completely change your life and so many others. So that's all I got to say. But
thank you, Terry. That was so good, y'all. She still texts me all the time and she'll be all in her feelings and just telling me how grateful she is and how much she loves me. And that is significance. That is significance. And she's not the only one. I mean, I have so many girls on here who they've either left their profession to be home completely or they've been able to change professions because they've had Plexus to fill in that gap. So just know people are praying for things that you have no idea. There's no way I could have known that was Terry and Shane's prayer. I just looked at her and saw, man, there's no way she's earning in this life what she really could be earning. I didn't know what she would do with it. I didn't know she was missing out on 20 years of weekends with her family. I didn't know these things, but I saw her immediately and I'm like, oh my gosh, this girl, she's got something. So I hope that is inspiring for you. Okay. We got to fly. Okay. You got to have belief in yourself. You got to have belief in yourself. So again, I'm a type 3. It's not something that I struggle with, but all of my closest friends and all of my leaders on this team have struggled with belief in themselves. So here's what you need to know. This business is 80% mindset. It's only 20% skill set, and I can teach you the skills. Believe that. Believe you're coming into teams that have systems in places. We've been here a minute, which means that we've had times to practice things, fail at things, mess things up, start over again. And now we have systems in place. Now we've figured out what works well, and we kind of run like a well-oiled machine. So 20% of that, I got you. 80% of it is going to be what is between your ears. What are you telling yourself? And so it's intentionally working at growing that belief in yourself. Again, it's okay to not yet have it. It's okay to not have belief in the products yet, or in network marketing, or in yourself. It's just not okay to stay there. Okay. So here's another thing. Most people are not naturals at this. I don't know a single person other than Celeste Quinn who came in and was just a natural. It's not normal. It would be more weird for you to come in and have it all figured out. What is normal is that this is difficult, that you're not a natural, that you have to first be a disaster before you're a master. You guys, there are so many ranks I have missed, goals I did not hit, people I was rejected by, people I was blocked and unfriended by. There are so many of those things that you guys don't see anymore because you think I have pixie dust sprinkled on me. And I'm telling you, it ain't true. Most people are not naturals. You won't be either. The good news is I'm still not a master. I'm still learning every single day, but it's worth it. You're going to encounter the same hurdles that every other person does in this business. There's not a hurdle that you will have that someone else here has not chosen to overcome. You'll say, oh, you don't understand. I'm a single mom. You don't understand. I'm a married mom. You don't understand. I have all these kids. You don't understand. I don't have any kids. You don't understand. I'm a stay-at-home mom. You don't understand. I'm a working mom. You don't understand. I have an ailing parent. You don't understand. I have no parents. Like, it's anything that you struggle with. Sorry, I got so excited. Where's my water? Hold.
She didn't have a voice a day ago. So I'm surprised she's even been able to talk. P.S. Y'all, she texts me all the time and tells me that she's thankful for me too. I mean, I blow her phone up, but she still texts me all the time that she's grateful. She's pretty awesome.
Don't you hate when that happens? Golly, I'm glad I'm not live. Okay. And thought I had. What the world, y'all? What the world? Where's that lizard? Okay. Gracious, I can't even see now. Goodness alive, I'm not even sick. I just have no voice. Okay. Those hurdles you are going to encounter, someone else has also encountered. They've just overcome it. Fear of public speaking, overcome it. Fear of what people will think, overcome it. It's a matter of what you choose to do with the hurdle that will determine where you go, not whether or not there's a hurdle. There are going to be hurdles. You're going to hit them. It's going to be a matter of what you choose to do with the hurdle that will determine whether or not you move forward. It's not the hurdle, it's you. Okay, let's see. Okay, so your thoughts will determine how you behave. And you say, Christina, what do you mean by that? What I mean by that, think about the woman in the Bible that had the incessant bleeding. No matter what they did, the bleeding would not stop. Everybody familiar with that story? It just months and months and months. And so she knew that if she could just get near Jesus, that he would heal her. She believed that he would heal her. And so she's trying to get through the crowd. Y'all, it's crowded. He's busy. Here's what she did not think. She did not think, I can't not get to him. It's too far away. It's too hard. is too difficult. She thought if I could just touch the hem of his garment, I'll be healed. Her belief propelled her to action. It wasn't her action that gave her belief. It was her belief that inspired her to take the necessary action, to go through the hard things, to struggle. But she touched his hem and he healed her. Your belief will determine your actions. Okay. All right. So mindset and the management of time and emotions are the places where people get stuck. Let me say that again. Mindset, time management, and emotions are the places where I see most people get stuck. It's not the skill set, because that's only 20%. And those are easy and practical and applicable and things that you can learn and practice and try again. Mindset. And you know why people get stuck in mindset? Because it's uncomfortable to have to be exposed to yourself and have to face those things internally that you don't get to blame on someone else. That's hard. That's hard. Mindset, management of time, and emotions, Abby. Time management. People will say, well, if I just had more time, I'd be more successful. Wrong. If you just had more intentionality, you'd be more successful. It's not more time that you need. It's more intentionality. Guys, you can't find time. It's not hiding. You've been given all you're ever going to be given in a day. If I told you what I fit into my days, you would be utterly astounded. But I've learned really good time management skills, really good. And I have to be very intentional. And these are things that I value. And so I'm willing to do them. But it's where I see people get stuck. And then emotions. People decide to believe what their emotions tell them. They take action based off of how they feel about it. Y'all, I don't give a crap how I feel about it. I know what my goals are. I know where I'm headed, and I know why it's important. And I don't care how I feel about it in the moment. I don't always feel like parenting, but there are 4 humans I'm responsible for. So I show up anyways, and I show up with a great attitude, and I show up to do my very best, fail a lot at it, but I show up regardless of how I feel about it. I don't always feel like being a wife. Sometimes I want to punch him in the head, right? But I don't. We things that we value, guys, it doesn't matter how you feel about it in the moment. Yo, listen, I want to quit my job 4 times a year. I don't always feel like doing this. It's hard to lead humans. It's hard to have to work hard. It's hard to be intentional and disciplined. I also want to quit working out. I also want to quit momming. Sometimes I want to quit being a wife, but I don't. And you never quit on a bad day, ever. I tell people all the time, fitness, marriage, relationships, whatever, don't quit on a bad day. Okay, you and your husband had a big fight today. Listen, don't quit today. Wait till the next good day. And then if you still want to quit, I'm going to let you. Tell my team that all the time. Listen, baby, don't quit on a bad day. Somebody quit on you. Somebody turned off their sub. Somebody don't want to work this business with you. That's okay. Don't quit today. Wait for the next good day. The next day when someone joins you and they do want to work the business. On that day, if you still want to quit, I'm going to let you. Don't quit on a bad day, ever. Emotions. People get hung up there. Don't do that. Okay, so the fuel for your business. Why would you do this? Guys, this is about the ability to think big. What if, and you guys, some of you are going to laugh me off the table right now. First of all, you already laughing because I coughed for 14 minutes. So sorry about that. But what if your calendar could be empty and your bank account could be full? What would your life look like? We don't think like that anymore because someone along the way told us that's too big. That's too much. That's too lofty. That's not for you. Guys, I'm here to call BS. That life can be for you. Will it require a ton of work? Yep, more than you imagine. Will it require more time than you think? Absolutely. Will it cost you more in the way of sacrifice and investing? 100%. But would that life be the life of your dreams? You can craft it. So I want you to think, what would you be doing? Like really think about it. Where would you live? Where would your kids go to school? How would your spouse spend his time? What hobby would you finally get to kind of dabble in? What if your calendar were empty except for what you filled it with? And what if your bank account were overflowing? How many family Christmases would you have bought this year for needy families? How many cars would you have bought for that struggling kid going off to college, had a rough home life, but he's making something of himself, and you could give him a vehicle? How many babies would you adopt, or moms who would love to adopt that can't afford it, that you would be blessing with a child to raise? So many things. More people go to bed worried about money than they do their health. And you have something that could change not only your life, but their lives. Guys, we have to have passion and confidence behind sharing this opportunity. It is what is changing people's lives. Your why should be bigger than you. It should be about the impact that you're going to make on those around you. It's got to be bigger than you. Because if not, on the days that it feels hard, if your why is only about you, you'll only be letting yourself down, and you are the queen of letting yourself off the hook. Your why's got to be bigger than you. Give this time to grow. You guys, you got to give this time to grow. You can't try this for a year or 2 years and say, okay, I'm not cut out for this. If I had quit 3 years ago, I'd be sleeping on a brain surgeon income that I'm making now. If I had decided 3 years ago, I'm not good at this, I'm not where I thought I'd be, it's taking longer than I thought, she went faster than me and she's better than me and she's doing it and I'm not. If I had quit then, this is the life I would be missing out on. I always think about the little diamond miner. Have you seen the picture? There's one on top and one on bottom, and they both have a pickaxe, and there's like a little piece of earth separating. And this axe, the coal miner, like he has his axe on his back and he turns around, he's going to walk back out of the tunnel. And this one keeps picking. And right on the other side of this earth, diamonds. So much diamonds. This one on top will never see it. He quit too soon. Give it time to grow. There will be hurdles, but it will be worth it. It will be worth it. All right, listen, last, we're going to hit this in 1 minute or less. What's it going to take to build it? Number one, consistency. You're going to have to treat this like a business. If you treat this like a hobby, it will pay you like a hobby. You must be consistent in the small daily things. You must be. It is what, if you go look at any millionaire book, they'll tell you the number one trait of millionaires is consistency and discipline. Doing the small daily things, regardless of how you feel about it, all the time, over and over. The compound effect of consistency is what has propelled so many businesses forward. You don't see it add up on the day-to-day. Consistency. And the 4 things that I told you, you must master: recruiting, retention, duplicating, which is where you're sharing this opportunity with everybody else, and leadership, where you're teaching them the simple systems and the ability to cast a vision for people. Those are the skills that you have to master. And I have training on all 4 of those skills. I'm prepared to teach you the 4 skills necessary, but what you must conquer is your mindset. Whether you think you will, or you think you can, or you think you cannot, or you will not, you will be right. So wherever you end up, I hope that you accept the blame for it, because it is 100% on your shoulders. You have the same opportunities, the same comp plan, the same products, the same company. You can build this. It's just a matter of if you're willing. So that's it, friends. I hope that inspired you guys. Sorry for my coughing fit, but I hope to see some of you guys really take this, the bull by the horns. Is that what they say in Texas, Jill? Take the bull by the horns. All right, y'all. See ya. Bye.
Thank you, Christina.
Sure. See ya.